Colton's comments about leak detection. The focus report stated that there would be no leak detection at all in the proposed marine portions of the pipe. So that would include the marine portion adjacent to the Pictou Causeway going through Pictou Harbour, and also the 4-kilometer pipe going out Caribou Harbour into Northumberland Strait. So no leak detection at all proposed for that area. They did state that there would be leak detection through the land-based portion of the pipe, but no decision was made about what type of leak detection would be used on the land portion. None of the proposed leak detection systems they set out in the focus report have shown success in detecting leaks smaller than 60 liters per hour. So I take from that none of the systems that they are proposing would be able to detect a leak less than 60 liters per hour. So of course the concern with that is that there could be a leak of, let's say, 55 liters per hour for hours and hours and days and months and years, and it would not be detectable by any of the systems that Northern Pulp is proposing. The focus report did not contain a specific marine pipe route, just a diffuser point, and really no confirmed on-land pipe route either, just vague descriptions of possible routes. They propose that it run along Highway 106, and once it gets to the Caribou area, it'll cross over the Trans-Canada and then enter the Caribou at a certain point. Well, we're suggesting that that's just too vague to meet the requirements of the terms of reference. The focus report states that the construction methods for the pipe have not been determined yet for the marine portion of the pipe. The focus report specifically states that such decisions will be left to the contractor that will be laying the pipe. Again, we suggest this is not acceptable. Friends of the Northumberland Strait continues to be represented by Eco-Justice, which is Canada's largest environmental law charity. And Eco-Justice submitted a response to the focus report on our behalf. Included in that response are a number of expert reports, one of them being a critique of the receiving water study, which was prepared by Dr. Oliver Fringer. Dr. Fringer is an associate professor with tenure, the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Stanford University in California. He is an oceanographer with expertise in numerical modeling of coastal dynamics. We submit that Dr. Fringer's reports make clear that all effluent modeling work done for Northern Pulp, Nova Scotia in relation to this project is defective and unreliable, and all conclusions based on that modeling must be discounted and disregarded. Dr. Fringer's reports show that it is likely that there will be effluent buildup within Caribou Harbour and sediment deposits near the outfall. The effluent will not dilute to the degree asserted in the focus report, making the proposed mitigation ineffective. The proposed effluent discharge at the outfall will therefore present significant environmental effects and adverse effects for which no effective mitigation is proposed. Eco-Justice's response to the focus report also included an opinion of engineer Dr. Elaine MacDonald. Dr. MacDonald concludes that the air quality analysis included with the focus report should be considered unreliable and incomplete. And I should note that Dr. McDonald is an engineer. She's senior staff scientist with EcoJustice. She states that the input data is not site-specific, and the chosen model is not appropriate for a coastal location with complex terrain. Transitional operating conditions, such as unit startups and shutdowns, when air emissions peak, were not considered. Even if these limitations in modeling quality and methodology are ignored, the air dispersion modeling predicted exceedances of several air pollutant standards, including exceedances of cancer-causing substances, benzoaprine and hexavalent chromium. The analysis also estimated that several residents would experience frequent and elevated concentrations of highly odorous reduced sulfur compounds, resulting in an unacceptable adverse impact on the community. The risks of mercury contamination from the Canso Chemicals site, which is adjacent to the planned construction location for the new treatment system, has not been addressed in the focus report. There has been no attention to black liquor spills at the mill and the possibility they could compromise the efficiency of the effluent treatment facility. Northern Pulp did confirm that oxygen delignification is not included in this project. And the list goes on and on. But we also echo the concerns stated by Jamie Simpson in regards to procedural issues. The time in which the public had to review the thousands and thousands of pages submitted by Northern Pulp, simply inadequate. Keep in mind that in order to properly respond to the focus report, we not only had to review the focus report itself, but also the original environmental assessment proposal that was filed by Northern Pulp back in January, which again, thousands of pages, but also review the government response to that original proposal and also the public response. So we suggest that the process was unfair and appeared designed to prevent meaningful public input. Friends of Northumberland Strait asked the minister for more time, which he has the ability to grant under the provisions of the relevant legislation, but we were denied that request. And to follow up on Brian Hebert's comments, it is very doubtful that if the province approves the proposal and gives conditions which would include studies, it's very likely that the public would not have the opportunity to provide input on those additional studies. So it appears that the door will be closed to public comments if the project is approved in any way, shape, or form. We also noted in the focus report that there was a failure to provide documents for public comment. So there were some documents missing in the focus report. Example, Appendix 11.1 refers to a Mi'kmaq ecological knowledge study. You turn to that appendix and it's not there. There are several examples of just such a thing. Please note as well that Northern Pulp did not provide studies in advance for the public and other stakeholders to review, which was specifically recommended to Northern Pulp in the terms of reference. And again, to echo the comments of Jamie Simpson, Friends of Northumberland Strait continues to suggest that there is a reasonable apprehension of bias given the government's conflicting roles.